Tonight, the state of emergency as we come on the air. More than 30 fires raging at this hour. Mandatory evacuations across several states tonight. Our team on the front lines and flying you right over the fires. More than 20 homes already destroyed in one fire alone. Hundreds more in the path tonight. And across the country, we're also watching the threat of severe storms into the night. Ginger Zee is also standing by. The major victory tonight for President Trump at the Supreme Court. The 5-4 decision upholding his travel ban, affecting visitors from mostly Muslim countries. The reaction pouring in tonight. The explosion at a hospital late today. Patients evacuated. Word of the injuries. Rescue teams racing to the scene. The murder of a young teacher, and tonight, the arrest. Authorities now revealing how they used a family genealogy website to track down their suspect, who they say had been living in plain sight. The young American woman on vacation, the parasailing accident, the rope tethered to the boat breaking free. Tonight, the horrific scene and why it was so difficult to get her home for emergency treatment. And made in America tonight, the famous item so many children and adults have asked for, made right here outside Las Vegas. It's been to space and back.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening as we come on the air tonight from Las Vegas. Tonight, triple-digit heat here, 109 degrees right now. And it's this kind of heat and the dry conditions that are setting the stage for a dangerous night ahead. Tonight, several fires raging, thousands of families forced to evacuate across several states. Authorities telling people to take this seriously. There is a state of emergency in parts of Northern California as we come on. At least 1,000 more acres destroyed in just the past 24 hours. Firefighters battling around the clock tonight. Homes already destroyed. Hundreds more in danger tonight. This evening, we're going to fly you right over these fires. And ABC's Will Carr on the front lines, leading us off from Lake County, California tonight.
Tonight, fire crews waging war against the Pawnee Fire, working around the clock to attack the blaze from both the air and the ground. Out-of-control flames destroying at least 22 homes and businesses. There's a real path of destruction. I want to show you this food truck, really a stunning visual. And then you can see the real toll when you take a wide look, looking at this home, which is burned to the ground. On Monday, we watched with Sharwin Ward as he believed his home was going up in flames.
I don't know, I've just probably lost everything I've ever had in my life.
Today, though, we found Ward and his home still standing.
I'm just ecstatic. I can't believe it's still there.
The fire destroyed his cars, melted a greenhouse, torched a shed, but fire crews battled fierce conditions to save his house.
They're a bunch of great guys, man. Every single one of them. I can't even tell you how many of them I wish I knew their names.
But others may not be so lucky, with more than 30 fires raging across the western United States.
The time to prepare was yesterday. We need people to really take the time to have a plan.
David, tonight this fire has exploded on the hillside behind me. You can see those fierce flames shooting up. There is a massive plume of smoke billowing up into the sky. It's raining ash down for miles. This is a clear sign that this fight is far from over. David.
Just an unbelievable picture there. Will Carr leading us off tonight. Thank you. And as Will just said, this is far from over. We spoke just moments ago with veteran reporter Wayne Friedman of our station KGO in San Francisco on the scene of the Pawnee Fire. Wayne, thanks for joining us. I know you and the team at KGO have the chopper up right over the scene tonight. What are you seeing on the ground right now, and what's the concern going into the night, Wayne?
David, the concern right now is staying ahead of this blaze and protecting some 600 structures. The larger concern is what this fire represents to the state of California so early in the season. Right here, with 11,500 acres and counting, Lake County has dealt with fire evacuations and losses 4 straight years. As one resident told us, he's seen so much fire here that he's worried. He's not worried. Experts tell us this season is shaping up just like last year, and that was California's worst on record.
Yeah, and we remember being right there on the scene with you last season. In the meantime, Wayne, the forecast tonight, because I know you've been dealing with dry conditions and those winds fueling these fires.
They're expecting winds of roughly 20 miles an hour today. They can cope with those. The bigger concern is what happens later this summer. It's only going to get hotter and drier. David.
Wayne Friedman and the team at KGO tonight, we thank you. We are watching the fires and also the threat tonight at this hour of severe storms elsewhere across the country. Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee on the red flag warnings and the storms tonight. She's back along the GW Bridge in New York. Ginger?
David, they are more than 11 inches below average in Santa Rosa, California when it comes to rainfall since October 1st. So they're dry, but also looking at this map, you know the relative humidity is low, 5 to 10% in those red flag warning areas, winds gusting to 40, and it is still very hot going through this week. Wednesday afternoon highs, 110 Phoenix, 108 Las Vegas, 102 Bakersfield. Now we have to check in the middle of the nation, severe thunderstorm watch that extends much through Missouri into southern Illinois. They've already seen gusts up to 70 miles per hour, David.
Ginger Z with us tonight as well. Ginger, thank you. And we're going to turn to the other news this Tuesday night and the major victory for President Trump. The Supreme Court in a 5-4 decision today upholding the president's controversial travel ban affecting several predominantly Muslim countries, ruling that it is in the president's authority. The president at a meeting with Republican members of Congress cheering his victory, saying, "We have to be tough, we have to be safe." Protesters on the steps of the High Court today. Tonight, new reaction pouring into this ruling. And is this a sign of an ideological shift on the court? ABC's Terry Moran tonight at the Supreme Court.
Within minutes of the ruling, President Trump was tweeting victory. Supreme Court upholds Trump travel ban. Wow! In the 5-4 ruling, the sharply divided justices reflecting the same passions this Trump policy ignited from the moment he announced it during the 2016 campaign.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
It was a shocking declaration. At the Democratic convention, the Muslim father of a fallen American soldier brandished his Constitution.
In this document, look for the words liberty and equal protection of law.
The travel ban the president signed just days after taking office didn't mention Muslims, but targeted only Muslim countries.
This is what democracy looks like.
And the outrage was instant. Today, the Supreme Court ruled on actually the third version of the travel ban, 2 others blocked by lower courts, and this one very different in crucial ways. It was issued after a worldwide review of security procedures in different countries. It offers case-by-case waivers for some individuals, people with long business relationships or close American family members, for instance. And it barred some individuals from non-Muslim countries, North Korea and Venezuela. All that, Chief Justice Roberts wrote, shows that this ban is a lawful national security measure. The ban is expressly premised on legitimate purposes, Roberts wrote, preventing entry of nationals who cannot be adequately vetted.
The Supreme Court ruling was a tremendous victory for our country.
The administration argued it was crystal clear the travel ban did not target Muslims, pointing to what the president himself told David.
Who are we talking about? Is this the Muslim ban?
We're talking about, no, it's not the Muslim ban, but it's countries that have tremendous terror.
But the liberals on the court called that a sham. Justice Sonia Sotomayor, her voice filled with fury in court today, declaring this new window dressing cannot conceal an unassailable fact. The words of the president and his advisors create the strong perception that the ban is contaminated by impermissible bias against Islam and its followers. But Sotomayor was outnumbered today, and President Trump was handed his first major Supreme Court victory, which he clearly enjoyed.
Yeah, that's the final word. That's Supreme Court.
Terry Moran joined us live tonight from the Supreme Court. And Terry, after today's decision was handed down, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell's team tweeting out this picture. McConnell shaking hands with President Trump's pick for the court, Justice Gorsuch. The balance on the court was a big issue last election. And Terry, we saw the impact of that today with this travel ban ruling, a shift on the court, and really in a ruling on another major issue as well.
Absolutely, David. Another 5-4 decision, this one on abortion. Justice Gorsuch joining the conservatives in holding that those crisis pregnancy centers, which try to persuade women to carry their pregnancies to term rather than choose abortion, cannot be forced to post a notice inside their centers telling women where and how they might get abortions. The court striking down that California law, saying it violated the First Amendment right of those pregnancy centers. David?
Terry Moran, who has watched the court for years for us. Terry, thank you. And there is another developing story as we're on the air tonight. Late today, word of an explosion at a hospital in Central Texas. You can see the black smoke right there above Coreyville Memorial Hospital in Gatesville, Texas. They did race to evacuate the patients. There is word of injuries tonight. ABC's Marcus Moore from Texas now.
Smoke billowing from the Coreyville Memorial Hospital tonight in Gatesville, Texas. Rescuers rushing to the scene to evacuate patients in desperate need of help.
They've got an active fire at the maintenance building and people trapped.
Hospital workers seen assisting patients in wheelchairs, fanning them in the brutal Texas heat. Ambulances called in to help transport patients to other hospitals. Officials saying several are injured. And tonight there are reports the explosion occurred in a section of the building under construction.
I have a gas explosion at the back of the hospital.
These images showing the moment of that powerful blast, debris flying into the air, police calling the situation an ongoing emergency. And tonight, investigators are still trying to figure out what caused this explosion that, David, was so strong it knocked out power to some 900 homes and businesses in the area. David.
Marcus Moore tonight. Marcus, thank you. We're going to turn now to the economy and to an iconic American brand, Harley-Davidson. We reported last night here President Trump lashing out after Harley-Davidson said it was moving some production overseas because of the tariffs, they say already having an impact on them. Well, tonight the president going even further, saying Harley-Davidson motorcycles should never be built in another country. And he's now threatening them with new taxes. Here's ABC's Jonathan Karl tonight.
President Trump not long ago hailed Harley-Davidson as the ultimate American company.
Made in America. Harley-Davidson. Made in America.
He promised to do great things for them.
We want to make it easier for businesses to create more jobs and more factories in the United States. And you're a great example of it.
But now, a year and a half later, the company is getting hit hard by the president's trade war and says new tariffs are forcing them to manufacture more bikes overseas. And now from the president, a threat. A Harley-Davidson should never be built in another country. Never, the president tweeted. If they move, watch. It will be the beginning of the end. They surrendered, they quit. The aura will be gone, and they will be taxed like never before. While Harleys sold in the U.S. are assembled here, the company has plants all over the world where it builds parts and motorcycles to sell in other countries. When the president slapped hefty tariffs on the European Union, they retaliated with a huge tax hike on Harleys sold in Europe, raising the cost of a bike by about $2,200. The company calls its decision to make more bikes abroad its only sustainable option.
Harley-Davidson is using that as an excuse, and I don't like that. And I think the people that ride Harleys are not happy with Harley-Davidson, and I wouldn't be either.
And John, President Trump now vowing that Harley-Davidson will pay for their decision, but I know you were reporting that on Capitol Hill. Tonight, some top Republicans warn it's the president's tariffs that have created the problem.
Well, trade is one area where Republicans have been willing to tell the president that they think he is just flat wrong. Just look at what Republican Senator Ben Sasse said in a statement. The problem isn't that Harley is unpatriotic. He said it's that tariffs are stupid. And he warns, David, that the president's trade policies could mean more job losses in America ahead.
John Karl with us again tonight. Thank you, John. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Tuesday, the murder of a young teacher, and tonight a major development right here. Authorities now revealing how they found their suspect using a family genealogy website. They say he was hiding in plain sight. Also tonight, the flight from Houston to Minneapolis and what a passenger did after she found out that flight had been diverted. And Made in America is back tonight right here in Nevada. The one thing many of you at home might have asked your parents for when you were kids. Did you ever get it? I got one today. I'm really excited. It's been to space and back. More on that ahead.
Plaque psoriasis can be relentless. Your plaques are always there at the worst times, constantly interrupting you with itching, burning, and stinging. Being this uncomfortable is unacceptable.
I'm ready.
Tremfya works differently for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. With Tremfya, you can get clearer and stay clearer. In fact, most patients who saw 90% clearer skin at 28 weeks stayed clearer through 48 weeks. Tremfya works better than Humira at providing clearer skin, and more patients were symptom-free with Tremfya.
Tremfya may lower your ability to fight infections and may increase your risk of infections. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or have symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough. Before starting Tremfya, tell your doctor if you plan to or have recently received a vaccine.
Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Tremfya, because you deserve to stay clearer. Janssen wants to help you explore cost support options for Tremfya.